Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalan puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets. Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right. Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba. Throws it down for the two. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back in. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to Jerry Miedema Fields here as we get ready for the opening round for the Waupun Lady Warriors in the WIAA State Tournament Series. This is a regional game here, and the Lady Warriors are going to be taking on the Grafton Blackhawks. They have the same orange. I'm so used to Cedarburg because we always played them in hockey, and we hardly ever played Grafton because they were a co-op with a couple of other schools. So my apologies for that. The orange and blacks certainly looked more like Cedarburg. I knew that was a Milwaukee area school. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. Hope that you're going to enjoy this broadcast here. Steve Winterhack has other obligations, so I am going to ask Jeff Taves to help me out a little bit here as I have to mess around with one of the center field cameras. So, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to this. Just going to have to excuse me at times. I got to move the mic so I can do the PA stuff. So,
absolutely.
A lot of multitasking today.
So I'm going to go and do some ads for our sponsors, and we'll get ready here for the broadcast shortly. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all four of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
A reputation for being the best, the toughest zero-turn mower ever made doesn't come easy. It's earned by a precision cut, a perfectly manicured lawn, a job well done. It's earned by outworking, outperforming, and outdoing with horsepower, handling, and versatility. It's heavy-duty build quality and cutting power that means business. Introducing Bobcat Zero-Turn Mowers. Bring tough to turf. See Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown today, your official Bobcat dealer.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Every piece of land has a story. Start building yours with a John Deere 2023R compact tractor. With standard four-wheel drive, folding rollover protective structures, and cruise control, it's your workhorse or adventure partner with over 100 implements, attachments, and accessories. Low-rate financing to qualified customers now through May 1st, 2023. See Ballwig Implement, your full-line John Deere in Waupun and Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz. That's ballwig.biz.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today. The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back here to Jerry Miedema Fields as we get ready here for the start of the WIAA Division II State Tournament Series here for the Lady Warriors. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports. And Jeff Taves is here going to help me out a little bit here since Steve Winterhack was unable to do so. So, Jeff, thanks again for your help.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Appreciate it. Hey, giving me the trust here to, say a few words on the mic.
Absolutely. That's a non-issue, as we did a lot of broadcasting before for some of the baseball nationals that we had here for American Legion. So I've worked with you before, so I do appreciate you helping me here while I try and get all my cameras set up and ready to go.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you know about these two teams?
I don't know much about Grafton. I know Grafton had to beat Sheboygan Falls Kohler combo to get here this past Thursday.
Yeah, I think they actually won by a forfeit. I saw it was a forfeit. Okay, that's why it was a 1-0 score.
But one little change lately, it's been Addie Braun on the mound. It looks like Aubrey Farley for Waupun will be toting the rubber to start things off, and we'll see how things go.
I don't think that really surprises me after taking a look at what we saw here with the records. So we're getting ready here. The coaches will come to the plate, and then they'll get through and introduce the umpires to each other, and then we'll get ready here. But I was talking a little bit about what I saw for some information statistically here for Grafton. They ended up, I believe I saw their record, I think they were 4-19 when I looked at their record the last time, and as you mentioned, Jeff, already, that they opened up their WI regionals with a forfeit by Sheboygan Falls Kohler and advanced to play here today.
Right, they are the 7 seed, Waupun's the 2 seed, and like I say, hopefully, Waupun can come out quickly and take care of business.
At one time, Waupun was in the rankings, and then I think that lost that to Laconia, as well as that loss that they took to Winneconne at Winneconne, and then their 2 losses really against Kewaskum is what dropped them down into a lower seed, and they also were bumped out of the Division II state rankings. But I've seen this team play a couple of times now, and I really like what I see here, and I would not count them out.
No, they can put it together, especially when the big thing with them is stringing hits together, moving the runners. A lot of the girls just need to be able to hit, Apo Taco and take the pitch. A lot of these pitchers, it seems like where the challenge is when they're when the pitcher's hitting the corners, inside and outside corners. So just got to learn to, once again, just if it's on the outside portion of the plate, just drive it, go with it.
As you mentioned, the starting pitcher for the Waupun Lady Warriors today is going to be Farley, correct? I'm trying to find her first name.
Aubrey
Farley.
Yep.
That's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to get it wrong here. So she's going to be on the mound. Her and Addie Brown have been switching back and forth most of the season.
Yep, right. Yeah, Aubrey got a lot of PT at the beginning of the year because, like they say, they were trying to bring Addie along slowly with her rehab from her ACL injury in the winter. So, matter of fact, even Razavera got a few pitches in, pitching in between too. So, plenty of arms there for the Warriors.
And she was down. Razavera was down there warming up when I walked down there to try and get that center field camera working, and it's not working. So that's what's driving me bonkers here. So, we're going to go through the national anthem. Got a few more sponsors here, and then introduction of the players, and then I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Taves while I try and walk fast out to the field. I said I don't run anymore just because if I even started, I think I would pull a muscle just thinking about it. So,
well, I go by Satchel Paige's model, too. I only run unless I'm getting chased, and make sure I'm always the second slowest, so in case some creature's chasing after us, they don't eat me.
Exactly. That sounds like a good philosophy here. So we're going to step aside here from Jerry Meadham Field. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Jeff Taves here on Radio Plus.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in Waupun. It's Memorial Day week. Andy, feels like summer out there almost, huh?
Memorial weekend. It looks like for once it's not going to be a rainy weekend. It looks like the sun's going to shine. It looks like Mother Nature's going to cooperate, and we are business as usual. Patio is open, yes, as long as obviously weather provides, but you'll have to stop in and check out our daily specials. That changes by the day, whatever Tierney decides she's going to roll out for that day, but you can pretty much count on hot beef, hot pork, hot turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy is pretty much a mainstay.
And you got Friday fish, of course, coming up on Friday.
Friday, we serve fish all day from open at 11 o'clock until 9 o'clock when the kitchen closes. Of course, our kitchen opens every day at 11 o'clock until 9 o'clock. Specials run through the week. Monday, we have all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesdays is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4 p.m. Thursdays is build your own burger. Fridays is fish. Saturday is appetizer specials. And Sunday, of course, is wings all day.
Are you open Memorial Day Monday?
We are open Memorial Day Monday. Business as usual. Nothing changes here.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. See ya.
Shop some great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Check their weekly flyer for awesome savings. Deals in the deli, the meat department. And don't forget Cattails, connected to Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. The Pig is your locally owned grocery store on Gateway Drive in Waupun. Get to Waupun's Piggly Wiggly for incredible deals all week long. And a reminder to buy your mega bands for Celebrate Waupun at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Go to the customer service counter.
motor repair and replacement, pumps, pulleys and belts, barn fans, distribution of Milwaukee tools, and more. With convenient locations in Oshkosh, Waupun, and Fond du Lac, WW Electric Motors are your trusted local business for electrical and mechanical apparatus services. Just like our area teams go, WW Electric Motors can make it go too. Over 65 years in the area.
At W&W Electric Motors.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA Insurance at 324-2071 for free help.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Let our family take care of yours. We offer American Standard and Coleman furnaces and air conditioners that come with a 15-year parts and a 10-year labor warranty. Schedule us to come out and make sure your furnace, AC, or geothermal units are running at peak efficiency. Serving Fond du Lac, Dodge, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on to allphasecomforts.com.
Welcome back here to Jerry Meadema Field as we get ready here for the first pitch. I'm going to hand things over to Mr. Taves right now for a little bit. You'll have to bear with him because he's also the PA announcer tonight. So if he has to flip up the microphone and you can't hear him, that's okay. So he'll start with a defensive setup here for the Waupun Warriors and then bring up the batters each. And I'm hoping I can be back in here sooner than that, but it all depends, obviously, on how many pitches are used.
Right. Another thing is the scoreboard's not working, so they're not the only ones with technical difficulties.
Oh, okay.
So anyway.
Maybe that's the reason it's not working, because I'm under the scoreboard.
Just an announcement, our scoreboard's not working at this moment. We'll try to solve those technical difficulties as soon as possible. All right, hey, our defensive battery here, of course, is Farley and Westfall, and then going left to right across the infield, it's Lehman, it's Plime, it's White, and Garrettson, and then in the outfield, it's Lease, Harder, and Van de Zan. All right, it's kind of the usual out there. Aubrey Farley, no stranger to pitching out here. Obviously, we got to enjoy this beautiful weather, 81 degrees, it's sunny. Soft breeze from the southwest at 6, so looking like beautiful weather for a good old softball game here. Definitely much better than a couple weeks ago when a lot of people had these windows closed, a lot of winds from the north, and it was just crazy. So once again, bear with me as I announce starting lineups and so forth. Leading things off for the Blackhawks of Grafton, your left fielder, number 15, Caitlin Mangan. Console on deck. All right, leading things off for the Blackhawks of Grafton will be left fielder number 15, Caitlin Mangan. A right-hander in the box. Farley will step things on the rubber. She gets the side from Westfall. And your first pitch is a ground ball to White. She backhands it, fires. Well, this one's high and goes into the dugout. And Mangan will be awarded second base on the overthrow. So error to start things off. First thing, the old captain, Lexi Leggman, goes over and gives a little fist bump to White. Mangan leads off with the error and brings up the catcher, number 23, Reese Konzel. Melitik on deck. Brings up the catcher, Reese Konzel, number 23. Once again, runner on second. Farley with the pitch. This one is high, according to the umpire. We're going to have probably, like I say, it was one of those right around the letters. So, this is one of those deals where you adjust to the umpire. Some umpires have that high zone, some below the belt. This one is up and out for the 2-0 count now to the catcher, Reese Konzel. Once again, Blackhawks, the 7th seed in the regionals against the number 2 seed, Waupun. Waupun finishing second in the ECC. And Konzel pops this one up out of play and for 50 points hits the booth that we're announcing from. Wasn't that loud of a noise, so they didn't get 100. So 2-1 count now to Konzel. Number 23, the catcher. It'll be Melitik, the shortstop, on deck, number 27. Once again, there's no outs, one on. We have just started play here at Jerry Medium Fields as Konzel pops this one in foul territory and falls in between Westfall and Garrettson. And the count is now 2-2. A little communication breakdown. A little reference to a song from a while back. People my age probably understand that one. But once again, 2-2 count now to their catcher, the Blackhawks, Reese Konzel. Farley stepping on the rubber with the delivery. And this one is in the dirt, half swing. We got a strikeout. And for out number 1, Konzel with the strikeout for out number 1 brings up the shortstop, Alicia Melitik. Johnson Haas on deck. Once again, please excuse me. I'm trying to do the PA announcing at the same time. I'll try to remember to pull the microphone out at, so you guys don't get a reverberation. And the first pitch to Melitik is a fastball right down Main Street for strike 1. 0-1 count, 1 out, 1 on. Blackhawks have a runner in scoring position. The leadoff batter, the left fielder, Caitlin Mangan. Pitch from Farley. This one kind of a swing, goes out of play. And the count quickly is 0-2. Coach Mike Bergman over there at third base. Your head coach. And this one will pop up in foul grounds. This one's going to make it out of play. Everybody making sure it doesn't hit them. Count remains 0-2 to Konzel. We have just started play here at Jeremy Medium Fields. Started things pretty much on time. It was scheduled at 5 o'clock. First pitch was at 5:04. And Farley with a hit by pitch. This one got away from her. And one hopped Melitik. And she'll head on down to first base. Melitik reaches on the hit by pitch. Brings up the pitcher, number 6, Maddie Johnson Haas. Holzer on deck. Brings up the pitcher, Maddie Johnson Haas. Runners on first and second right now with 1 down. Fastball right down the middle. Nice recovery from Farley. She had a little look of disgruntlement on the pitch that got away. I think she was trying to do a changeup, and she ended up hitting their side. The ball hit the side of her leg, and then one hopped and hits the batter. And this one is going to be low and in, and the count is now 1-1. All right. Once again, runners on first and second, courtesy of an error and hit by pitch. One down, Farley with the delivery. This one in on the hands of Johnson Haas, and the count now is 1-2 to the Blackhawk pitcher. Got one down. Head coach Mike Bergman letting his players know. And this one's up. Johnson Haas held back. Yeah, those prizes by the eyes sometimes can be tempting, and she was up on her tiptoes ready to swing, but she laid off, and the count is now 2-2.
She did a nice job there laying off on that pitch.
This one hops Westfall, and the count now runs full. Once again, we've just opened up play. Grafton leading things off and getting on base by error. And there's a strikeout for the first out of the ball game, and Melitik reached on a hit by pitch. It's a cleanup hitter Johnson has on the payoff. And this one is up, and she will take a free pass down to first base.
Aubrey's struggling a little bit here. She's trying to get things rolling.
Brings out the first baseman, number 11, Anna Holzer. Bergman on deck.
Getting an error on that first ball that was hit and a throwing error over a second. It was a great job of fielding it. I was very impressed with her getting that ball, and then just overthrew it. I think she rushed it too much.
Exactly.
And I didn't see what happened for Consul.
Consul, she struck out swinging. She offered on a pitch, and it was a called third strike. And then Melitik had an 0-2 count, and I think Aubrey was trying to throw a changeup or something, and it bumped off her leg, and it one-hopped the batter, and that's a hit by pitch. It's a live ball, so even if it hits you on a bounce, that's a hit by pitch.
This is not what the Lady Warriors wanted to do here. They didn't want to open up this game giving Grafton any chance whatsoever to get into this game, and so far that's what has happened here.
Nice change up. Oh, a little shoot down to third base. I like the aggressive nature from Westfall. Definitely bringing Mangan back to third quickly.
Good snap throw there by Westfall. Almost caught her walking back, too.
Yeah, coaches teach you when you go back to third, do not turn your back on the ball, and she almost got caught. This one up and away. I believe the count's now 3-1. I lost track.
See if the umpire will give it to us here.
Oh, 2-2 it looks like.
Yep, that's what I saw,
That's
too.
fine with me. I'll take 2-2 over 3-1. Aubrey with the sign and the pitch.
Right
and
there.
This one at the knees for strike three. Got her looking. A clutch strikeout by Farley.
Good job there by Aubrey to come back and
now
get that.
batting number 10, Riley Bergman, third base.
For the second out.
Crass on deck.
I did run out there all the way to center field. I thought that I might have it figured out, and I don't. For some reason, the camera had turned off again, and it's asking for a video source. So that means I've got something messed up. And it's a good thing I've got Jeff here. And I just found out also that Caleb's going to try and stop by because I've got a prior commitment for Thursday, assuming that our Lady Warriors are going to win this game, that I won't be able to be down here. I'll get everything set up, but then I got to head over. It's 8th grade celebration night.
No. It's got a pop-up. This one's going to go out of play just past the shelter over there on the third base side.
I missed the first pitch because I was yakking. I think it might be 0-2 count, right? We'll see.
I believe
here.
it's 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, the other one was outside.
Got it. To the third baseman for Grafton.
1-1 pitch. Nice change-up. Way ahead of that one. Count now runs to 1-2. Bases remain loaded. This time there's 2 outs. So hopefully Farley can get us out of here.
Aubrey Farley, just a freshman, starting a regional game. Just amazing.
And this one off the handle. This one's going to go out of play behind the Warrior dugout. Count remains 1-2. Appreciate the youth running after the softballs, and I'm sure Coach Betts over there, one of the assistants,
probably happy about that as well.
Oh, yeah. As I say, 2 weeks ago it was chilly. Now it's 81 degrees and sunny. This is great weather.
Oh,
just a little bit low. Count runs even now, 2-2.
Good pitch again there by Farley. I thought she might have had it
I thought
the knees.
Yeah, I thought Bergman was going to offer. She kind of tensed up and kind of, nope. And she looked at the ump hoping he wouldn't call the strike.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where it's like reacted just a little too late. And Farley gets out of this with a nice fastball and climbs the ladder. Nice.
3 strikeouts for the 3 outs here in the first inning.
Number 3.
So
Blackhawks get no runs
on no hits, 1 error, and 3 left on after 1/2 inning complete here in Waupun at Jerry Minima Fields. We'll be back after this in 90 seconds. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
Every piece of land has a story. Start building yours with a John Deere 2023R compact tractor. With standard 4-wheel drive, folding rollover protective structures, and cruise control, it's your workhorse or adventure partner with over 100 implements, attachments, and accessories. Low-rate financing to qualified customers now through May 1st, 2023. See Ballwig Implement, your full-line John Deere in Waupun and Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz. That's ballwig.biz.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net. A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Welcome back here to Jerry Minima Fields as we get ready here for the bottom of the first. Waupun Warriors coming up to bat. Leading things off for the Warriors is going to be Kaylee Westfall. Batting next will be Kylie Plime, and in the third spot will be the senior Lexi Lehman. Pitcher for the Grafton Blackhawks, number 6, Maddie Johnson-Haas, senior. Let's see if I got a little bit of stats on her. I thought I did here. Let me see what I can find out. She's a 2-11 record with 1 shutout, it looks like. She's pitched 72 1/3 innings, given up 111 hits, 105 runs. 72 of those 105 earned.
Oh.
So an ERA of 6.97, giving up 7 home runs, 41 walks, and 48 strikeouts.
Plying with a ground ball to the shortstop, and they're able to have a routine throw across the diamond for out number 1.
Nice job there
Westfall
by
grounds out
Westfall to
one.
get a hold of that
Brings
pitch.
up shortstop number 55, Kylie Plime. Lehman on deck.
Firing across the diamond to get that first out. So, Jeff, I'm going to let you take things over here and probably have to talk through the half inning if you can while you're holding the mic.
Sure.
Unless the Lady Warriors can put like a 6 spot up here to give me a little bit of time.
Plime looks at a fastball on the outside corner.
Not as nimble as I used to be.
Yeah, oh, hey, I know how that goes. Oh, no. I don't hear anything. Okay, all right. And Plime looks at a ball outside, count now 1-1. And the permeation of popcorn is now lofted as Plime takes one to Oppo Taco to right center. This one makes it to the wall. Plime turns, looks as Novice holds her up at second base. And Plime's got the first Warrior hit of the ball game, a double to right center. Plime with the double to right center brings up third baseman number 14, Lexi Lehman. Garrettson on deck. Brings up the captain, Lexi Lehman, one of our captains, only senior on the on the team, so I'm guessing, based by the way she conducts herself on and off the field, that Lexi's one of the captains. And she looks at the ball high. It's always enjoyable talking to her after the game. even though after a loss, I know she takes it real tough. I know this last week was a challenge after splitting a doubleheader to Laconia. And then they did win this past Thursday over Winneconne and ended up taking second place in the ECC. But, of course, they lost to Winneconne by 1 run prior to that. And then, of course, earlier you had Kewaskum defeating us by 1 run. So kind of a challenging last week and a half. But, like I say, it's tournament time. It's the next season. It's the postseason. As Lehman steps back in, slightly open stance. And the pitch fouled off to the right side for her second strike of the game. Count now is even at 2-2. Once again, 1 down. We have a runner in scoring position as Plime just recently hit the double to right center, and now the count runs full as Lehman looks at a fastball outside. 1 down right here at Jeremy Meadham Fields. No score. We are on the bottom of the first on this 81-degree afternoon. It's just gorgeous. As Lehman does her trademark hit up the middle and drives in the first run of the ball game. Warriors on the board first with the RBI single from Lehman. Lehman with the single to center, drives in a run, and brings up first baseman number 12, Lexi Gerritsen. Van der Zand on deck. Brings up first baseman Lexi Gerritsen. Throws left, bats right. I know she wears 12. Favorite players, Kyle Schwarber. She's still a Cub fan, though. So, even though Schwarber hits the ding-dongs, whoop. Ooh, nice hook slide by Lehman. The throw was caught on the home base side by the shortstop, and Lehman smartly slides to the center field side and avoids the tags. A stolen base for Lehman, even though the throw beat her by a good 2.5 seconds. Got a runner in a scoring position now for Gerritsen, and she fouls one straight back. Counts now 1-1 to Gerritsen. Johnson Haas circling the mound, trying to recollect her thoughts a little bit. And the pitch. This one a changeup, dribbled over to the third baseman. Lofts one over to the first base, and they just get Lehman but Gerritsen. And Lehman will advance to third on the throw. Gerritsen with the ground out for out number 2. Brings up right fielder number 9, Eva Van der Zand. Rivera on deck. Brings up the right fielder, freshman Eva Van der Zand. 2 down right now here in the bottom of the first. Waupun on the board first. They're ahead 1-0. After an RBI single from Lehman up the middle. And Van der Zand goes opposite. Second baseman gets in position and just throws out Van der Zand for out number 3. But not before the Warriors get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1, and at the end of 1 complete, it is 1-0 Warriors. Van der Zand grounds out for the final out of the first inning. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1, and at the end of 1 complete, it's Waupun 1, Grafton 0. Leading things off for the Blackhawks in their half of the second. Second baseman number 22, Megan Kress. Weishan on deck. And it's the top of the second inning, the Blackhawk half of the second, and it'll be second baseman number 22, Megan Crass, leading things off. Center fielder number 12, Marion Weichand on deck. Farley with the pitch, and this one is right down the middle for strike one. Crass looks at a beautiful fastball from Farley. And just a little bit of movement, too. Pitch again from Farley. This one, a change-up, and the count now 0-2. Nice change-up there, just took a little bit off. Crass just a little bit ahead of it. Once again, the Warriors lead 1-0. We are in the top of the second inning. And another change-up, this one a little bit slower, and falls in front of the plate. Count now 1-2. Farley back on the mound, gets the sign from Westfall. The pitch, and another fastball, and another one caught looking. Farley's fourth strikeout of the ball game. Crass strikes out for out number one, brings up center fielder number 12, Mary Weichand. King on deck. Brings up center fielder number 12, Mary Weichand. The designated player, Kaya King on deck. And Farley looks like she's got a nice rhythm going with that fastball. She's struck out her last three batters in a row, two looking, one swinging. So good to see Aubrey now getting the rhythm, and once she gets that changeup going, it's going to be a challenge as Westfall on the bunt attempt gets the foul tip for out number two. Beautiful reactions from behind the plate by Westhouse. Westfall with the catch for out number two and brings up designated player number 30, Kaya King. Mangan on deck. So we have two down here in the top of the second. Ends the Farley streak of strikeouts in a row, but I'm sure she'll take it as Westfall does it again. Catches another pop-up. King pops up to the catcher, Dan. The Blackhawk half of the second inning. They get no runs, no hits. They leave none. And at the end of 1.5, your score remains Waupun 1, Grafton nothing.
Great music makes everything better, but ads, not so much. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can play your favorite songs all day, every day. Completely ad-free. New customers get 30 days free to try it out.
Anyway, it'll be the Warrior half of the second. Leading things off will be the designated player, Roz Rivera, and then followed by it'll be Aubrey Farley on deck, followed by Olivia Lease, and then Rowan Harder. So hopefully get another couple runs here. Leading things off in the Warrior half of the second, designated player number 8, Roz Rivera. Farley on deck. It'll be Roz Rivera, the junior designated player. She has a couple taters on her statistics. Love to see her take 1 yard sometime today. She looks at one up and in, and the count is now 1-0. It is 1-0. We are in the bottom of the second here at Jeremy Medium Fields in this regional contest between the Blackhawks of Grafton, the 7th seed, against number 2 seed, Waupun. And this one's outside. Count now 2-0 to number 8, Roz Rivera. She'll be followed by Aubrey Farley. Looks like, though, we have a pinch hitter on deck. It's going to be Eddie Braun, as Roz looked at a fastball about waist high on the corner, and the count's now 2-1. Wasn't her pitch. She gets one in her half, belt high. See ya. And there it is. She turned on it a little too much. Wasn't able to keep the hands in and ripped one into foul territory. Count now even at 2-2. Even Braun comes up there with a smile on her face like, ooh, you just missed one. Once again, the score is 1-0 here. Your leadoff batter, Raz Rivera, with an even count of 2-2. Johnson Haas back in the circle, and a swing and a miss for out number 1. Rivera strikes out for out number 1. Brings up the pitcher, Aubrey Farley, but it looks like we have a pinch hitter, number 13, Addie Braun.
Can you hear me? No. Okay. Can you hear yourself?
No. No, I can, yeah. Just a reminder, though, brings in Braun, but I don't know if he's going to keep her in there to keep pitching or if it's just you could do it one time where you re-enter. But
This is one Jeff is using. This will probably be the one that you can use if you wish.
one down here at Jeremy Miedema Fields. The pitch from Johnson Haas. This one's outside. A little different here. You got nowadays, you got coaches over there throwing out 3 to 4 digit codes out there. I kind of like the old days with the old signs. As Braun looks at a strike, and the count's even at 1-1. One down here in the top of the second. Johnson Haas came back from a 2-0 count to strike out Rivera as Braun with the base hit to left. She stung that one. Brings up Olivia Lease, the left fielder.
Nice job there.
Single by Braun brings up
Addie Braun getting the hit, just a freshman as well. She's probably the leading pitcher here for the Lady Warriors. Sorry about that shot there, but showing my son a little bit here. Jeff, thanks again for helping out. I appreciate it. Stay with us, hopefully.
And Ryan Babish will come in as a courtesy runner.
Freshman for a freshman. And the freshman is pitching, and Aubrey Farley being the pitcher today. So like you were saying, Jeff, wonder if she'll stay in the game or not. We'll see what happens here.
Well, I think, with the courtesy runner, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know how that all goes.
Plan was, I don't know if Aubrey was going to keep pitching or not. We'll see. You know, obviously bringing in Braun early as Lease looks at a strike for an early 0-1 count.
I'll have to get my book up to date here. I do see that the Lady Warriors did score 1, so they're ahead 1-0. Good job there in the second inning to shut down the Grafton offense.
Oh, yeah. Farley's got a nice rhythm on her fastball right now. Change up, as soon as she gets that one over, then it's going to be good night, I think, in my opinion. But like I said, she struck out 3 batters in a row, and then Westfall took over with a foul tip catch, and then she caught one just in front of home plate to end the Blackhawk half of the second. And squares the bunt. It gets away from the catcher, and Babish will head on down to second base on the pass ball. Oh, okay. I guess she must have pulled the back in time. So
it kind of looked like I wasn't exactly sure if she had done so or not.
It counts 2-1.
Just want to give a shout out also out there, folks. Just remember that we do have
and fly ball to center
chat
for Lease, and Babish bluffs her tag at second, and she'll remain there.
We don't care if you're cheering for Grafton or if you're cheering for the Lady Warriors. Please go ahead and post stuff into that YouTube chat there. If you're not sure how to do that, just shrink your picture a little bit, and over on the right-hand side will be that chat, and with that chat function, then we will be able to share what's out there. The girls love to go back and watch these games.
Got 2 down right now in the Warrior half of the second as Harder takes a fastball and fouls it out of play on the first base side, just behind the Blackhawk dugout. A lot of people checking out their cars that were parked close. No broken windows so far.
So far is the key.
No dings or dents. And Harder takes low and in for a 1-1 count now from Johnson Haas. Johnson Haas kind of circling the circle here, trying to get her bearings back. Takes a look at the sign from the catcher, Consul. And this fastball down the middle. Babish trying to do a little screen technique, but to no avail as Harder grounds out to short to end the Waupun half of the second. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. No errors, and the end of 2 complete. It is 1-0 Warriors.
We'll be back after these messages here on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Welcome back here to Jerry Miedema Fields. Jeff Sauer here with RP Sports. Waupun Lady Warriors with a 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, the scoreboard is not working. They had something going on this weekend when I talked to Coach Josh Novice, and he said with whatever happened ended up causing scoreboard not to work, and they just couldn't get the reset. And I know there's a reset because I talked about it when we've been down at the Gus, and we had all kinds of problems, but they could not figure out how to do the reset. So we'll do our best to keep you up to date. You can see the umpire right in front of us as well, as long as I'm running this camera shot here, which right now I'm running mainly.
And
nice pitch.
Farley leads off of the fastball down the middle. Right now, I threw 2. It's Grafton with no runs and no hits, and Waupun with 1 run on 3 hits.
So far, okay. I initially thought that they certainly didn't want to start out the way they did by loading the bases for Grafton and giving them some life to a team that's 4-19, if I remember correctly. It might be 4-20 or something like that.
Yeah, well, they got the one by forfeit, so maybe it's 5-19 now.
That could be.
But Farley with the changeup on the second pitch, got that fastball, just line drive, just gets past Lehman, and Grafton has their first hit of the ball game.
Runner reaches on the base hit.
With the base hit to left. Brings up catcher
number
23, Reese
15 here in the top of the 3rd inning with a base hit.
On deck.
Sitting over at first base.
First hit of the ball game for Grafton, first time earning their way on, not by walk, not by hit by pitch, not by error. So, but back to that first inning, Farley did a good job of coming back with bases loaded and 1 out and getting through it with 2 Ks to end the Grafton half of the first. So, kind of got the girls pumped up a little bit.
So Mangan's been on base both times now for at 2 at-bats. And, again, they were able to get through their lineup in 2 innings, which is exactly what they wanted. And it's not a surprise to me. And, again, it's no knock, please, against Aubrey because she's doing a great job out there. But she's a freshman, not been in a playoff game situation like this. And I don't care how many tournaments you've been in as a youth. It's different. It's one and done if you don't win.
Yep.
And that's a lot of pressure that the freshmen feel out there. Now, after this experience, I would expect them to do amazing things because we have talked about the youth movement that they have here on this team with only 1 senior.
Correct.
And a pitcher and a freshman in Aubrey Farley and a pitcher and a freshman in Addie Braun. And we had a runner on base before for a freshman in
Ryan Babish. So, but you got a couple. But it's a nice mix, though. You got like the leadership of Lexi Lehman at 3rd and Lexi Garrettson at 1st. She's a junior, Plime junior at short. So, just a nice mix of girls and so forth. They all seem to get along well, so that helps a lot.
Full count here to Conzel.
Conzel struck out swinging last time. Hopefully we get a repeat here. This time it's looking.
Good pitch there right on the inside edge. But she gets the strikeout.
Strikes off row number 1, brings up shortstop number 27, Alicia Melitic. Johnson Haas on deck.
Which takes the last 12 seconds.
Brings up shortstop Alicia Melitic, who reached on a hit by pitch last time she's up. Sees a strike on the outside corner, knee high. Nice pitch by Farley, good location.
Yeah, she's doing a great job again out there.
As long as, like I say, she's got a nice rhythm with that fastball. Now, if she can just get that changeup going sometimes, and you can see almost when she throws it, she's like, and this one a little inside, trying to throw up a, I would say a changeup, but like almost like a backup ball because they had some backspin on it or something like that. So 1-1 is the count now to the shortstop, Alicia Melitik. 1-0 Warriors here in the top of the third as Melitik just loops one into center, gets past Harder, and Lease tries to throw out at third. That'll advance the runner to second base.
So on the error, well, I guess you're not going to call it an error if she didn't touch it, so she overruns it, I guess.
Melitik with the single to center.
With the single and advancing on the throw. Is Melitik for the second hit of the ball game, just outside of the reach there of the shortstop for the Warriors.
But I'm going to give a error to Harder, though. I mean, she should have had that, and then the runner was able to easily advance to third.
Yeah, kind of a surprise, though, that she actually tried to throw it to third and didn't, instead to go to second to try and keep the double play in play by not allowing that runner to advance, because an automatic throw to third is going to advance that runner into second. And again, that's, I think, comes with some experience, right? So it was the left fielder who went over there.
Olivia Lease. She's a junior.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I think the thing is she saw her only halfway to third, thought maybe she'd get the throw in. But the thing is her momentum was going towards Rowan, so kind of hard to turn and burn and fire one to third. As Harder comes in, camps under this one, see if they get the sac fly. They're going for it. Yeah, they are. And this throw is a little bit up the line, and Grafton will score their first run on the sac fly to center.
Yeah, good job there on the sacrifice fly. Mangan on the run did a nice job to advance.
Ties things up, brings up.
Score the run and advance the runner over to third. 2 down here, though, for the Lady Warriors defense. Tie game now, 1-1.
Yep, runner in scoring position. Melitik, the shortstop, over at third. Holzer last time up, struck out looking. Hopefully we get the same result from Farley. Nice fastball down Main Street. Holzer with a little bucket step there, so hopefully maybe Farley stays on that outer half. That way if she does make contact, Holzer's not going to get a lot of the bat, little end of the bat thing. So soft grounder maybe, pop fly. And this one's going to drop into fair territory right in front of Lease down the line. And Grafton now takes a 2-1 lead.
Nice piece of hitting. Just get the bat on it and let it flare out over the third baseman and land in left field for another base hit.
Drives and a run. Brings up third baseman number 10, Riley Bergman.
Just what the Lady Warriors did not want to see here today is giving this Grafton team some life. And right now, here in the top of the third inning, they have the 2-1 lead.
As Bergman slashes one foul grounds. Last time up, she struck out swinging. This one, she's a little behind here. I think I'd continue with the fastballs, not give her a changeup to catch up to, and hopefully she ends up hitting something weak to the right side or another strikeout. 2-1 right now, Grafton in the top of the third. Pitch high, and the count's now 1-1.
She did a nice job there holding back on that. I thought for sure she was going to go on that high pitch. It looked good to her, but she was able to hold the bat back.
Same thing as before. This is Riley Bergman did the same thing last at bat where she was up on her tiptoes wanting to hit the ball. Nice block by Westfall. Count now 2-1 as she checks the runner at first before firing it back to Farley.
Huge block there. That one gets past. That runner's advancing over to second. Even though there's not quite as much space back here, but she had a good secondary lead there for the first runner over at first in Grafton.
2-1 pitch. Farley a little bit inside. Count now 3-1. Don't want to lose these batters down here. I don't know what you had for stats on Bergman or Crass or these bottom portions of the lineup. I'm guessing with a team with a 5-19 record, I'm guessing that this half of the lineup is probably lucky if they're batting maybe 250. Another fastball. This one grounded in foul grounds. Count now runs full. Nice hustle by Lehman. The backhand.
Bergman hitting 192 on the season.
Right now, counts full.
Leading hitter
Two down
is
right
Melotic.
now, and the pitch from Farley. And she'll walk Bergman. And Novice will be taking a little visit.
I think we'll step aside here when he goes to take that visit. We'll be back here shortly. Waupun trailing 2-1 to the Grafton Blackhawks.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Let our family take care of yours. We offer American Standard and Coleman furnaces and air conditioners that come with a 15-year parts and a 10-year labor warranty. Schedule us to come out and make sure your furnace, AC, or geothermal units are running at peak efficiency. Serving Fond du Lac, Dodge, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on to allphasecomforts.com.
Welcome back here to Jeremy Field. Conversation is over with Coach Josh Novice, just settling down his freshman pitcher out there.
Oh, right in the old 5-hole. Looks like they're going to send the runner harder with the throw. This one's going to have a chance, and boom.
Good job there.
Nice one, Hopper. Nice job by Westfall blocking home.
Beautiful execution all the way around. Just underneath the glove of Farley at the pitcher. Hops up over second base. Gets it out to Rowan Harder, and Harder this time puts it in on a bullet into the catcher. And Westfall blocking the plate really well. Gets the out. We'll be back after these messages for the bottom of the third inning. The Lady Warriors trailing 2-1 to the Grafton Blackhawks. This is Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
Every piece of land has a story. Start building yours with a John Deere 2023R compact tractor. With standard four-wheel drive, folding rollover protective structures, and cruise control, it's your workhorse or adventure partner with over 100 implements, attachments, and accessories. Low-rate financing to qualified customers now through May 1st, 2023. See Ballwig Implement, your full-line John Deere in Waupun and Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz. That's ballwig.biz.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614.
All right, it's Kaylee Westfall leading things off for the Warriors in the top of the third. Waupun down now 2-1 after 2 runs were plated by Grafton in their half of the third. Westfall looks at the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0.
Jeff, you've seen a lot of baseball and softball, too. You know that. Just going to talk about Kylie Westfall.
In the hole. Westfall will definitely hustle this one out. We're going to call that an infield hit, I believe. She would have made it anyway.
I believe so as well. But I was just going to say, in that situation, after making a great play at the plate, it's not unusual that after a great defensive play, they'll come up and have a good offensive start. So it's a good thing here for Westfall to get things rolling right away again for the Lady Warriors.
Brings up Kylie Plime, who hit the double to right center last time up. This time she squares to bunt, and it goes into foul ground. Plime also fleet of foot.
Interesting on the rotation there. Nobody came in from the first base side corners.
No.
So they were leaving it there for the pitcher to pick
Pitcher and
up.
the third baseman on this one, it looks like. I think that's pretty much what Josh was looking at.
Yeah, he wanted to see that
But now
setup.
I see the first baseman's out creeping in as Plime looks at a fastball strike on the outside corner, and the count now goes 0-2. We got Grafton kind of shifting around, going back to even. And Plime pops this one up. First baseman camps under this in foul territory, nabs this one for out number 1. Brings up Lexi Lehman, the third baseman.
The bigger issue is that Westfall is stuck staying there at first base.
Number 14, Lexi Lehman.
Lexi Lehman coming out to bat here for the Lady Warriors, batting .468 here on the season.
She was the one that had the single up the middle that drove in Plime for the Warriors' first run back in inning 1 as she hits a laser to left. And this one Left fielder didn't hardly have to move.
Just right at her and gets the out.
Line drive out to left the field for out number 2. Brings up first baseman number 12, Lexi Gerritsen.
I put it in the wrong spot. That's what it was.
Brings up Gerritsen, who grounded out to third base for out number 2 in inning number 1.
Nice catch out there again by the left fielder.
Yeah, it was. I think they had Lehman scouted to a tee. She only had to move like 1 or 2 steps to her right, and was one of those atom balls right at her.
Yeah, smoked hard.
Oh yeah, Lexi got all of it, but like I say, just another foot to the left or right, and we're running all day.
Lexi Gerritsen now up to bat with a .532 batting average here. Slugging percentage of .919.
See, in Lexi's one, I think the home run I saw her hit earlier this season was a grand slam to straightaway center, so she definitely has the power.
Yeah, got 3 on the season.
Yeah, as she pops this one up. This could be trouble, though. Still sun. That's what I'm talking about. And look at this. They're going to send Westfall, and we got a tie ball game.
Great aggressive running there by the Lady Warriors. Turning on the Jets. Westfall all the way from first on basically an infield pop-up. It was just on the outside edge of the infield. And good job there putting the head down, and a great job there by Coach Josh Novice to get the equalizing run here in the third.
You know, and that's why, like, when there's 2 outs, you just start taking off, and that's an example of one. If she would have watched the ball, she would have stuck at third.
Yeah. The only thing I'm disappointed in is Lexi didn't get down to run over to second to get off of there.
Now, Lexi's your typical power hitter. She's kind of like your brother. She hits for power, but not much for speed, but she is faster than her brother.
Oh, what do you mean?
A little faster than her brother.
Noah, the speedster out there. You know what? And he knows it, too, and he's talked about several times with his injury that he had to his knee, how much that had an impact on his. And he's sitting down there on left field right now. He's down there at the left field line down there, sitting on the bench by Mom and Dad and Grandpa and Grandma.
Okay. Well, I know he blew out his ACL. I don't know, it was his sophomore, junior year or something. So
sophomore year.
Yeah. So, yeah, that didn't help matters. But Lexi, I think to me is more quick than fast. She's at first base. She does a good job of positioning her feet over there on some errant throws.
I'm just saying, with 2 down, it surprises me that you're not just running to run, because I mean, you got to be thinking that ball is going to be caught, and if it's not caught, if you're halfway down, you're walking into second if they take the throw down. But I can also see where she may have thought that they were going to be throwing to second, and that's why you hold up. Hindsight's 20/20. I can't tell you how many times I've been using that phrase to the kiddos at the middle school.
And Van de Zandt goes down to end the Warrior half of the third. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1, and this score, the game's now tied again at 2.
We'll be back here from from Jerry Meadema Fields. It's Jeff Sauer here for RP Sports, along with Jeff Taves.
A reputation for being the best, the toughest zero-turn mower ever made doesn't come easy. It's earned by a precision cut, a perfectly manicured lawn, a job well done. It's earned by outworking, outperforming, and outdoing with horsepower, handling, and versatility. It's heavy-duty build quality and cutting power that means business. Introducing Bobcat Zero-Turn Mowers. Bring tough to turf. See Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown today, your official Bobcat dealer.
Every piece of land has a story. Start building yours with a John Deere 2023R compact tractor. With standard 4-wheel drive, folding rollover protective structures, and cruise control, it's your workhorse or adventure partner with over 100 implements, attachments, and accessories. Low rate financing to qualified customers now through May 1st, 2023. See Ballwig Implement, your full-line John Deere in Waupun and Beaver Dam, and online at ballwig.biz. That's ballwig.biz.
Leading things off in the Grafton half of the fourth, number 12 center fielder Mary Huishen. King on deck. And we have a new pitcher on the mound, number 13 Addie Braun. It'll be Mary Weishan, center fielder, number 12, leading things off for the Blackhawks. As she follows the first pitch straight back from Braun. If you just joined us, we are in the top of the fourth, and the score's tied 2-2 as number 2 seed Waupun and 7 seed Grafton are knotted at 2. Weichman quickly 0-2 right now to Braun. And the next pitch, a fastball, blows it by her for strike 3, and we got a quick out number 1.
Sorry about that.
Out for out number 1.
With the echo effect there on the ads, my apologies.
Number 30.
So a pitcher now in the mound, or in the circle, I should say, is going to be the other freshman, number 13, Addie Braun. Braun has just been the stud since she's been coming back from that injury that she's had. 9-1 on the season, 4 shutouts. She's only given up 11 runs, 6 earned so far on the season.
And 2 pitches, and the count's 2-0 to our number 9 hitter, designated player Kaya King. Last time up, she popped up to the catcher, Kaylee Westfall, to end the Grafton half of the second. And this one's inside. The count's now 3-0. Grafton just looking for walks and base runners right now.
That's kind of what it's looking right here. Well, again, you would not have thought, looking at the records and all the differential that was taking place here, that this Grafton team would even be in the contest. And right now, it's a tie game.
Yeah, I think the thing is first inning they weren't able to take advantage of the Waupun mistakes, but definitely were able to take advantage of the mistakes in the inning number 3 to score 2 runs as King heads on down to first base for the base on balls. King heads on down to first for the base on balls, brings up left fielder number 15, Caitlin Mangan. Console on deck. Brings up the top of the lineup, Caitlin Mangan, who singled and scored in inning number 3. And this one fouls one off to the right side. 0-1 to the leadoff batter, left fielder, Caitlin Mangan.
Here in the top of the fourth, already her 3rd at-bat. And again, you certainly don't want Grafton batting through the lineup.
But they sent 7 batters up in the first inning and 7 batters up in the third. And like I say, there's your difference right there. First inning, they couldn't take advantage of the Waupun mistakes. Third inning, they were able to.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens here now that I'm not sure if Braun was expecting that she would be coming in at some time. I almost think that would have obviously been what the score would have been.
True.
Whether or not she would have stayed out there with Farley or if Roz Rivera would have come in.
Like you said, you saw Roz will get a little dribbler over to first. Garrettson will take it herself, look over at second base.
First time that they've put Mangan out.
Mangan grounds
unassisted
out for number 2
for the second out.
The catcher, number 23, Reese Console. Melitic on deck. Brings up Reese Console, who struck out swinging in inning number 1 and struck out looking in inning number 3. Hopefully we can get a little of the same as a check swing is called the first strike one. I think that would have been a strike either way, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Huge difference, and again, this is not a knock on Aubrey, but Addie has just got that much more speed that she is able to fly things out.
Well, Farley had a nice rhythm early, especially the second inning, but then it seems like she faltered a little bit in inning number 3. I'm sure it didn't help that. You know, as a pitcher, you try to look for a little more help from behind, and had the 1 error and the base runners and so forth. So that can kind of get into your head a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
As a ground ball to short, Plime easily scoops this up and fires across the diamond to retire a Grafton. No runs, no hits, 1 left, and at the end of 3.5, the score remains tied at 2.
We'll be back here on RP Sports. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Jeff Taves here on the broadcast.
Console grounds out to end the Grafton half of the fourth. They get no runs on no hits. They leave 1. And at the end of 3.5, your score, Waupun 2, Grafton 2.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in Waupun. It's Memorial Day week. Andy, feels like summer out there almost, huh?
Memorial weekend, it looks like for once it's not going to be a rainy weekend. It looks like the sun's going to shine. It looks like Mother Nature's going to cooperate, and we are business as usual. Patio is open, yes, as long as obviously weather provides, but you'll have to stop in and check out our daily specials. That changes by the day, whatever Tierney decides she's going to roll out for that day, but you can pretty much count on hot beef, hot pork, hot turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy is pretty much a mainstay.
And you got Friday fish, of course, coming up on Friday.
Friday, we serve fish all day from open at 11 o'clock until 9 o'clock when the kitchen closes. Of course, our kitchen opens every day at 11 o'clock until 9 o'clock. Specials run through the week. Monday, we have all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesdays is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4 p.m. Thursdays is build your own burger. Fridays is fish. Saturday is appetizer specials. And Sunday, of course, is wings all day.
Are you open Memorial Day Monday?
We are open Memorial Day Monday. Business as usual. Nothing changes here.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. See ya.
Leading things off in the Waupun half of the fourth, designated player number 8, Roz Rivera.
Welcome back here to Jerry Meadham Field here. I'm trying to play with that camera, so I know you got it missing here for a little bit. So just give me a second to see if I can figure it out.
It'll be Roz Rivera leading things off for the Warriors here in their half of the fourth. Last time up, Roz struck out swinging after being up 2-0. And she takes a changeup for strike one, shaking her head a little bit, like, probably wanted to pull the trigger on that one, but it's already went past her, so. It's one of those you realize it's a changeup and it's a little too late, and you're like, I could have maybe drove that opposite field. And she looks at another changeup a little farther outside, count now even at 1-1. It'll be Braun on deck and Lease in the hole here in the Warrior half of the fourth. Hoping to notch some runs on the board and get a lead back. As Roz goes Oppo Taco, but right to our right fielder, had her positioned pretty well. She was in right center field, not in your usual right field position, so well done with the scouting by the coach. Rivera flies out to right for out number 1, brings up the pitcher, number 13, Addie Braun, Lease on deck. Brings up Addie Braun. This will be her first at bat. And this one, a little squibber, a lot of spin on this shortstop, bare hands it. Fires across the diamond for out number 2.
Good
Braun
defense here so far from Grafton.
2, brings up left fielder number 5, Olivia Lease. Harder on deck. Brings up Olivia Lease. Flew out to center last time. A routine fly ball. Good to see her hitting the ball nice and hard though again. Hopefully we can get another one. This one a hard grounder to third. And they are able to get her out easily for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the Warrior half of the fourth. And the score will remain tied at 2.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for the Lady Warriors in that half of the inning. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
And at the end of 4 complete, your score.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Werner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Welcome back here to Jerry Meadham Field.
And
Hit over to White.
First pitch, White able to scoop up that grounder and retire shortstop, and number 3 hitter, Alicia Melitic, for out number 1.
Good play there by White to stay down on it, field it cleanly, and get it over to Garrettson for the first out.
Johnson Haas was the one that hit the sac fly for their first run. And she looks as a pitch up and in. And the count's 1-0. She reached on a base on balls back in inning 1. So she's 0 for 1 with 1 RBI on the afternoon as she swings and misses. And the count is now even at 1-1.
Just thinking about how this game has been going on, Jeff, it's not that the Lady Warriors aren't making contact. They're just hitting the ball right at them defensively. And Grafton's been making the most out of every opportunity that they've had.
Basically, that third inning's been the stinker inning, getting people on base and just getting that extra base. Like we end up trying to throw out somebody at third. Girl advances to second base as Johnson Haas strikes out looking for out number 2. Johnson Haas
is going to bring up number 11, Anna Holzer.
First baseman number 11, Anna Holzer.
So Johnson Haas goes down for the second time.
Holzer 1 for 2. She had a single. She was the potential third run for Grafton, but she was gunned down by Rowan Harder. He is a nice one-hopper to Westfall. Westfall blocking the plate very well, and no place for her to go.
He made the put out there. It was a much better throw than the other one that came in before.
Yeah, the other one was a little too far up the line. This one right around where the batter's box is, so Westfall really didn't have to move. Took the ball on one hop. Easy tag. Holzer got her heels on the line here, and I don't know if it's, she was a little closer to plate before. I don't know if it's an adjustment because she wants to maybe get the little more barrel or something or whatever, but I thought she was a little bit closer. She's got, like I say, her back heel, and right there got a little end of the bat foul ball as Braun was able to put one on the outside corner.
Yeah, I think the additional speed here may have backed her up a little bit as well because, again, Braun can hit either spot, inside or outside, and she wants to make sure she can get that bat around right on the outside
there
edge.
There it is, outside corner.
Going down, strikeout. Looking for the third out. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. After 4.5 innings here from Jerry Medium Field, the Grafton Blackhawks 2 and the Lady Warriors 2. We'll be back.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA Insurance at 324-2071 for free help.
Fielder number 7, Rowan Harder. Westfall on deck.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the fifth inning here for the Lady Warriors coming up to bat here, tied at 2-2. Here's an opportunity for the Lady Warriors to try and get some stuff rolling here. Rowan Harder's going to lead things off, the number 9 hitter here for the Lady Warriors. And then the top of the order will be coming up. That'll be the third time through the lineup, so the ladies will have seen pretty much what they've seen in every pitch, right?
Right, I was just going to say, this is only Harder's second plate appearance. Last time up, grounded out to short as she looks at a strike. Hoping Rowan can lead things off and set the table for the top of the lineup.
That's exactly what you want to have here in your 9-hitter.
As she loops one, it's one that can't quite make it out of the infield as the shortstop is able to track that one down. Harder flies out to the short for out number 1, brings up the
one
catcher,
out now here
number
for
2,
the
Kaylee
Lady
Westfall.
Warriors with that fly out. Brings up the top of the order, Kaylee Westfall.
Yeah, who singled and scored in inning number 3. She's 1 for 2.
1 out now here for the Lady Warriors with that fly out. Brings up the top of the order, Kaylee Westfall. Yeah, who singled and scored in inning number 3. She's 1 for 2.
1 for 2. Swings and misses at a fastball low.
It's a good pitch there from the Grafton Blackhawks pitcher, Matty Johnson-Haas.
And even though Kaylee's kind of small in stature, she's got some power. She definitely has some home runs on her stats, 1 or 2 at least.
Yeah, I think she's got 3 too. I think there was a couple of girls with 3. Callie has, I take that back, she's leading the team with 4.
Oh, wow.
And then Roz Rivera and Lexi Gerritsen with 3 in the home run category. Ooh. Outside edge. Looked a little high from up here, but I'm not the one down on the field. It's easy for me to make that call.
He's been kind of consistent now. He doesn't call him. He's probably like at the letters is the top of the zone. That's where that one was. As Johnson Haas lets one go, a little airmail off the fence. One of those where, reminds you of like Major League. You got to hit the mascot, make sure that the batters can't dig in too well against you.
Yeah.
Effectively wild. And a fastball, same place as last time. The old hole 5.5 is Westfall with a 1-out single to left.
Good job there, keeping the bat down there. Pulls the bat head through quickly and is on base here for the Lady Warriors. So hopefully the Lady Warriors can take advantage of that base hit that she's got. She scored the last time that she had a base hit.
Right, she had the double and score in the first score in inning number 1. She popped up to foul ground to the first baseman her last time up. As she looks at a strike on the outside corner for 0-1 count. 1 down. If you've just joined us, we're in the bottom of the 5th, tied up 2-2 as Grafton took advantage of things in inning 3. And Waupun with 1 run in the first and 1 run in the third as Westfall steals second base to put herself in scoring position.
Kaylee saying if they're not going to move me over, I'll get there on my own, and does put the head down and takes off, gets a stolen base.
And like you said before, Westfall with some speed. Plime just has to put it in play. She hit one Oppo Taco in the first inning for a double. As she does the same thing again.
That's gap.
That's going to go to the gap, get past the center fielder. Scooped up by the right fielder, but no problem for Westfall, and she scores from second. Plime will stay at first with the RBI single to right center. Plime with a single.
Nice piece of hitting again there, and Kaylee Westfall puts the head down and just takes off and runs all the way once she noticed it wasn't caught. So again, now the Lady Warriors with a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Lexi Lehman, last time up, hit a laser to the left. Notice the left fielder is playing a little closer to the line. And the right fielder is kind of playing more right center here with Lehman. Center fielder a little more straight away. So big gap in left center.
Yeah.
If Lehman can put it there. But Lehman's usually one, she's very much up the middle. As evidenced by her hit in the first inning. Right back up to shoot.
Perfect opportunity here for Lexi.
Yeah, Plime with some good speed over there at first. Any shot to the gap should score her from first. And she looks at one inside. And the
3-0.
3-0.
To Lexi. I was looking to see what that was. It is a challenge without that scoreboard out there, especially when you're talking.
You
and
aren't kidding.
Can't necessarily see everything that's taking place there.
Lucky we have home plate up with decent mechanics. And
taken all the way, Lexi gets a strike.
Yeah, before that happened, I was thinking, I'm like, do you give her the green light?
Mm-hmm.
But, you're only up by 1 run. It's 1 down already. Maybe if there was nobody out and more people on base. And she takes a bunch. She bunts at first base side, and
no cover.
She beats.
Oh!
No.
No way. That has got to be called. Ask the home plate umpire.
The problem is you can't because he was probably watching second.
Oh.
And I think Lexi just got shafted.
I just
the
looked
second
at that.
baseman was not there. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all I can say right now.
So it's like the umpire is saying I had to call what I didn't see. So when in doubt, call him out.
Second out. Sacrifice bunt, advancing Plime to second.
Boy, that was a
And
really
with two
nice
down,
piece of hitting
number 12,
there.
first baseman Lexi Garrettson to the plate.
For the second out, so it's going to be a 1-4 put out.
Yeah, still putting out the sacrifice, not going to affect Lehman's average, but she wanted that one. And
Well, you don't want that second out, and you want runners on first and second.
One down with Garrettson up.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's
Clean
where
up
you'd
hitter.
like to be. With 3 home runs on the season, .532 batting average.
And she looks as a fastball outside, count even, I believe, at 1-1.
Yeah, I know we're not
2-0.
supposed to be.
I know. Hey, this is Waupun softball. We can be biased.
Yeah, but I mean that one was.
yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
and
3-0.
You and I have umpired, and the thing is sometimes you don't have that great angle. So, like you said, when in doubt, he saw probably from his angle the second baseman stepping on the bag.
Right.
Where at our angle we saw that she missed it probably about a good 3-4 inches.
And she stepped.
And Garrettson will head on down on 4 pitches for a free pass, base on balls. Garrettson
Brings up
reaches on the base
Ava
on balls,
Vandezan,
brings up right fielder
number 9.
Ava Vandezan, Rivera on deck. Looks like
Vandezan,
it'll be
a freshman.
Coach Bergman having a little chat with the ladies. We have 2 down, runners on first and second.
We'll step away. We'll be back after this message with a coaches conference.
Shop some great deals this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Check their weekly flyer for awesome savings. Deals in the deli, the meat department. And don't forget Cattails, connected to Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. The Pig is your locally owned grocery store on Gateway Drive in Waupun. Get to Waupun's Piggly Wiggly for incredible deals all week long. And a reminder to buy your mega bands for Celebrate Waupun at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Go to the customer service counter.
Welcome back here to Jerry Minima Field. Conference over by Mike Bergman and his pitcher, Maddie Johnson-Haas, a senior here on the mound. Lady Warriors just took the lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
And Ava with a looping liner to left center. That's going to score Plime. Garrettson will stay put at second. And Vandezan with her first hit of the ball game, an RBI single to left center.
The fearless freshmen that are on this team, and there's another one of them that is here, steps up, not knowing that she's not supposed to do this with 2 outs and runners at first and second. She just does her job, steps up and pulls one.
Yeah, the thing is like, I think Steve brought that question up to her the last home game. Like, do you feel like a freshman anymore? She says, I only feel like a freshman when I make mistakes.
Right, exactly. And you're right. They have played now their 20-plus games, so they should have been, they should be shifting over towards being a sophomore. But still, officially it still isn't. That's not where they're at here.
Yeah.
And they...
as Rivera follows one straight back. And the thing is the regular season and the postseason, like you brought up earlier, 2 different types of seasons. With postseason, it's one and done.
Right.
And, you feel that pressure, especially probably when it was tied. Right now, a little sigh of relief breathing with the Warriors down at their head 4-2. And, of course, Grafton probably tightening things up a little bit, hence the conference by Mike Bergman a couple batters ago.
Yeah, and for a team, again, they play in the North Shore Conference, and I think there was like 10 teams that I saw in that conference, and they're pretty good teams that were in there. Grafton was at the bottom.
As Rivera fouls one out of play to the right side.
Just flares off to the right.
Kind of an swing a little bit. I don't think she got all of it. She did keep her hands in, but it was kind of like, and then she swung at the last minute.
Yeah.
2 strikes still on Rivera. Well, now she's going to have to protect a little bit.
Got to apologize out there to our normal watchers. Normally you see I've got different camera angles, and I only have that third base one. As Roz Rivera fouls that one off to stay alive. I cannot get that center field camera working. I've run out there a couple of times. I had Caleb go out there and take a look, and for some reason it's not reading the signal.
It's not just your camera, but with the scoreboard not working, there's got to be some type of electrical issue or something out there,
Yeah, it's just not. It's saying it's not transmitting at all. So, and I haven't had that issue. So, we'll go home tonight and we'll do some playing with the equipment so that when we come back here, as of right now, we'll be back here on Thursday. And let's hope that it stays that way right here for the Lady Warriors.
Oh, I'm looking for some, like, in the words of a few businesses in Waupun, you can't have too much insurance. So
Yeah.
let's hope for a little more insurance as Roz battles back from 0-2 to reach base
on balls for Roz Rivera. Brings up bases loaded and coming up to bat, number 13.
Pitcher, number 13, Addie Braun.
Addie Braun coming up to bat. Again, another one of those fearless freshmen coming up to bat here. Braun on the season.
Stung one to the shortstop to for out number 2 back in the 4th. She did hit it hard, but it was one of those, shortstop just had to move one step to her left. So it's kind of like you were saying before. Waupun's been making contact. There's only been, I believe, 2 strikeouts this whole afternoon from the Warriors.
Yeah.
So, Waupun's been putting it in play, but like you said, it's been a lot of Adam balls right at him.
Right.
So it looks like we got a courtesy runner for designated player.
Carly White coming in to be the courtesy runner.
Carly White, the runner.
Addie Braun
for
batting
Rivera
.333 here on the season here for the Lady Warriors. First time that she's going to be facing the Blackhawk pitcher in Maddie Johnson-Haas.
She faced her last inning.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she got the second out, grounded out to the shortstop. So this is her second at bat.
I don't know why I didn't have that written down. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
That's all right. It's okay. You were talking to Caleb, your son, trying to get things finagled here.
Yeah, well, he's
Really.
gonna.
Oh, get up!
Get out of here!
And
Woo! Home run!
Oh, mommy, we
For
got a grand salami.
a grand slam. Addie Braun, the fearless freshman, draws one out to left center and scores 4 on one swing of the bat for the grand salami for Addie Braun. That certainly is going to put her in contention here for the interview at the end of the game.
I already got her down. Yeah, I mean,
coming into relief,
pitch, relief pitching, and then of course that grand slam. That was a no
doubter.
that one, there's hardly a breeze, but that one, that was definitely a large side of taters.
Oh yeah, she was all over that.
She got her hips into that one. That was on with a capital G.
Yeah.
Now batting left fielder, number 5, Olivia Lees. Harder on deck. Let's go, Olivia. Let's make this back-to-back jacks here.
Yeah. And
she's got the potential. I saw her cork 2 of them in a doubleheader. And she rips one down to the third base side. Bobbled for a little bit by the third baseman. They're able to get Lees by a step for out number 3.
Nice job there here in this inning, though.
End of
the third inning.
The 5th. As
after
6
5
runs
complete,
come across.
6 runs on that inning
4
with
hits.
4 hits.
Nobody left. And at the end
No
of
errors
5
and
complete,
nobody left on. And after
it's
5 complete, 8-2, Lady Warriors with the lead. We'll be back after these messages here on RP Sports.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Welcome back here to Jerry Miedema Fields as we get ready here for the top of the 6th. Lady Warriors just cracked things open with that grand slam home run by the freshman pitcher and hitter now, Addie Braun, drilling that ball.
It'd be Grafton's Riley Bergman leading things off in their half of the 6 as she has a called strike on the first pitch and now a swing and a miss on the second.
Down 0-2. Again, we've talked about this, Steve and I have talked about this, and even off camera, Jeff, a couple of times we've talked about just nice change up.
Nice change up. Strikeout looking for out number 1.
Pulled the string on that, and there's no way Bergman could get the bat across.
Baseman, number 22,
Megan Krass coming up to bat here for the Grafton Blackhawks. But as I was talking, Jeff, again, what the future is looking bright here for Lady Warrior softball.
As Krass fouls one off to the right side. And that was the 3rd strikeout in a row for Braun, so it looks like she's in a nice little rhythm.
Good groove going here. Even looking at Farley's pitching, she did well.
Yeah.
She just couldn't get the out.
Get that final out.
Right.
A lot of these runs with 2 outs.
And this run still here is not over here for the Lady Warriors.
And a fastball strike right down Main Street to Krass.
A win today, and the Lady Warriors will be playing here again on Thursday.
And
the prediction is going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be Winneconne, but they got the winner of Winneconne-Plymouth, right? Or Winneconne.
I don't know. I just
I got it here somewhere.
I didn't look. Krass strikes out for out number 2. Brings up a pinch hitter for the Blackhawks. It'll be number 20. Jordan Richter.
Take that back. It's going to be the winner of Winneconne Port Washington, and Port Washington is in this same conference, in the North Shore Conference, with Grafton. And when Port Washington and Grafton played, the score 17-14.
Oh my!
And this is softball. Just making sure we keep that straight. And Port Washington won that one.
Probably limited arc.
Could have been.
You know.
Yeah, so that kind of gives the comparison here to see where the Lady Warriors will be sitting, depending upon how Winneconne does. Chase.
But I'm sure the Lady Warriors would like to have another stab at Winneconne. I think they split.
They did. They beat Winneconne here. Winneconne didn't bring their ace pitcher. They threw their ace pitcher at Winneconne.
But they only lost by, I think, 1.
3-2 when they were there, and it was they were down. I talked to Coach Josh Navis about that Winneconne game, and his comment was we just weren't patient at the plate. We were chasing pitches and not hitting the ball.
Little ground ball to the right side, bobbled by White, but she recovers quickly to throw out number 20, Jordan Richter, the pinch hitter. And they go down quickly, 3 up, 3 down, nobody across, nobody left. And at the end of 5.5, it is 8-2 Warriors.
We'll be back after these messages here on RP Sports.
To end the Black
Motor repair and replacement, pumps, pulleys and belts, barn fans, distribution of Milwaukee tools, and more. With convenient locations in Oshkosh, Waupun, and Fond du Lac, WW Electric Motors are your trusted local business for electrical and mechanical apparatus services. Just like our area teams go, WW Electric Motors can make it go too. Over 65 years in the area.
At W&W Electric Motors.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA Insurance at 324-2071 for free help.
So I want to make sure I get caught up here. I didn't make the mentions here, so that's on me. But we're broadcasting here from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth right here, right behind home plate here. Nice facility up here for us to broadcast these games from. And not using the scoreboard, so I haven't been able to give out there the new Medical Center Integrated Healthcare Scoreboard report.
Oh, yeah.
So making sure that I get those out there. But I want to shout out and thank you to all of our sponsors for helping make this broadcast go. I mean, there's a huge fee for us to have to run games that are sponsored by the WIAA, and even though they're not here, they're not going to broadcast it, or even a radio station would be broadcasting for them, but they still get the money if things aren't they still want that money and that income, so they get it. 1-1 the count to Rowan Harder now, the batter for the Lady Warriors, leading things off here in the bottom of the 6th with an 8-2 lead here at Jerry Miedema Field. Hit hard in the gap. Good job there by Rowan Harder. She hits that single between the third baseman and the shortstop to get stuff started out here for the Lady Warriors.
Catcher number 2, Kaylee Westfall, climb on deck. Nice to see Harder join the hit parade. She's now 1 for 3.
Yeah, I'm hoping, and I haven't been able to keep track of this because it's been bothering me about that camera. So is that everybody have a hit so far then?
I'm taking a look here.
We're trying to look at that.
Lisa's still got to get on the board. She's 0 for 3.
Well, that just means they have to bat around.
Yeah. Well, they did last time.
That's right.
Right. And then you got Braun. She's 1 for 2, so she got on. Farley got a hit in inning 2. Roz Rivera reached on a walk and scored. She still needs a hit yet. So most, I'd say probably 2/3 of the lineup has gotten a hit. Some have 2 hits. Warriors have now, that was the 11th hit of the ball game for them.
Nice.
That hit by Harder, as Westfall, who's up at the plate, is 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI.
Nice job there by Kaylee. Certainly in the running for those interviews after the game.
I already got her marked down. I got Pline marked down as also 2 for 3. Of course, Addie Braun with the grand salami and coming in the 3rd inning to pitch.
Appreciate you helping me out with doing that, going down on the field, and really thanks again for helping out tonight.
As Westfall, I think she was going to try to replicate the results from Miss Braun from the last inning. That was quite the swing there. She had the old hips wide open and a big swing there.
2-2 is the count.
Yeah, Westfall gets one off the handle, drives this one into foul ground, into the corner. It goes through the little gap in the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Time's called so they can get the ball back into play.
Just a little bit too far out in front of that one.
Yeah.
But Kaylee's seen the ball really well, coming off of the hand there of the senior pitcher from Grafton.
Yeah, it's not too often you see a catcher in a leadoff position, but hey, Westfall, she gets on base. Don't know what her on-base percentage is. I know you said her average was roughly around that 500 mark.
Yeah, her on-base percentage. Let's see if I can find that here.
OBP?
Yeah. OBP is 618.
618, okay.
Slugging percentage.
And she pops one up in foul ground. I don't know if this is going to get caught. No. First baseman lost it, and it was too far of a run for the second baseman. Plus, you got a nice 81-degree day. It's a little sunny, and it's definitely playing tricks with the right side of the field. I got visors, sunglasses, and the whole ball of wax over there. There was one that was misjudged by the right fielder not too inning or two ago. It dropped in front of there, and it kept the rally going as Westfall looks at one outside. Counts now full.
3-2. Rowan Harder sitting at second base, moving up on the wild pitch.
As, this one ended the bat. This one goes out of play. Count remains full, 3-2. Nice catch over there by the fan. Nice one-hop snag over there before it got to what looks like a big old GMC.
Wonder if that's Keith Milkowski. He was down there before when I was taking a look at it.
I don't know. All right, as Westfall reaches on the base on balls, her 3rd time reaching base.
So, Jeff, you may remember this. I was doing just a little bit of resureach before. So you were talking about a catcher in the
Warriors, number 55,
leadoff hitting position.
Climb,
you have to go to Waupun baseball and talk about who their leading leadoff hitter was. It was a catcher back in the day.
Well, the thing is as Climb bunts one and there's no one there to cover, she's safe on the bunt base hit. Her 3rd base hit of the ball game. And the bases are now loaded.
Once again, but this time there's
with the bunt
nobody
single.
out.
Brings up 3rd baseman, number 14, Lexi Lehman.
Lexi Lehman coming up the bat. She would like to see if she can get into this one. She doesn't have any home runs so far in the season, so here would be a fantastic place to get that first one.
Lexi's a good contact
Yeah.
hitter. Her trademark is those hits up the middle, those hot grounders.
468,
and
right
sure
there it
enough,
is.
A little number. I don't think they're going to double her off. She gets into the fielder's choice, but drives in a run.
Nice
Lehman
job
grounds into the fielder's choice.
by Lehman. Gets an
For out
RBI.
number 1. Brings up first baseman, number 12, Lexi Gerritsen.
The shortstop
Van de Zand
fielded
on
that
deck.
cleanly, tossed it over there.
Yeah, that was one of those, like I say, like she just got a little bit ahead of it, got it off the end of the bat. Wasn't a clean one. Always normally, like I say, Lexi's usually one that gets the barrel and rips that baby right back up the middle.
Scores rolling harder.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Got to run across. I know Lexi, knowing her, she'd probably like to have another shot at that pitch again.
Yeah.
As she trots into second base as they try to pick off Westfall over at third. She dives back, gets a little dirty. That's one thing about this girls' crew. They're not afraid to get a little dirty. They're diving in. I've seen them steal the bases, sliding it head first, sliding head first back into third. You know,
they compete.
They compete, and they're a gritty bunch. As Lehman slashes one to the right side, I see what she's trying to do, a little oppo taco, and ends up getting the end of the bat and hits it in the foul ground. Nice job, the old sit and hit technique, waiting back, trying to drive it to the opposite field to score 2 runs. Lehman's at second, Westfall at third. We have one down here in the Warrior half of the 6th. It's 9-2.
Take the pitch where it's at. It was pitched on the outside, so drive it to the right. Comes back to the inside is what you expect to see on that, moving the pitch around. I didn't catch the count. Did you catch the count there, Jeff?
I was going to say I thought it was even on that one, but making it 2-2. As she hits a little dribbler, they're going to go to first. Run scores easily. Lehman advances to third for the RBI.
It gets the RBI again as Westfall comes in and scores, and the Lady Warriors now up
Brings up right fielder number 9, Ava Van de Zand.
10-2, and it moves Lexi Lehman up to third base.
Yeah, Warriors now have a 10-2 lead. Hopefully they can tack on a few more runs here.
Oh, did
actually
I miss
tell
one?
you the truth. Yeah, we had Westfall scored.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rowan Harder scored.
Yep, got that. Yep.
So, but with 2 outs, it'd be nice if Van de Zand could keep this thing rally train going. Remember, 2 more runs and game's over.
Right.
We are in the bottom of the 6th.
Right, exactly.
So
stick around again. We'll have on-field interviews.
Van de Zand pops up in foul territory. Third baseman able to snag this one for out number 3.
So unless things are magical here for the Grafton Blackhawks, they have one more at-bat coming up here. After 6 complete, your score is 10-2 as the Lady Warriors take spread out that lead from Jeremy Middleman Fields here in Waupun. We'll be back after these messages on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Designated player, Kaya King.
Welcome back here to the top of the 7th here. Last set of outs here for Grafton to try and get back into it. I mean, they had a good game going here all the way up until that 5th inning, and the Lady Warriors just busted things wide open with that grand slam home run. Brings up number 30, Kaya King, batting in the number 9 spot, and then they'll go to the top of the order here in the top of the 7th.
King, 1 for 2 with a walk. She was stranded at first in inning number 4. Only her 3rd at bat of the ball game.
So who you thinking, Jeff, that you might want to have a conversation with? Addie Braun.
I got 3 here. I got Kaylee Westfall with a 2 for 3. 3 runs scored.
Nice job behind the plate with only 1 missed ball that I remember seeing.
Yeah, and then Kylie Plime, 2 for 3. 2 runs scored, no ribby. And as Lehman fires across the diamond to retire King for out number 1.
Makes it look like it's a just can of corn play there for Lehman as she charges the ball hard, picks it up, gets in front of Addie Braun, makes the throw over to first base to get the first out. Brings up the leadoff here now for Grafton, Caitlin Mangan.
And then, of course, Addie Braun, who came in the 3rd inning to pitch, closed things down, didn't allow a run so far. And trying to figure out how many strikeouts she has, but, of course, 1 for 2 with the home run and the 4 RBIs.
Yeah, I didn't do a good enough job to help you there with the strikeouts, Jeff. Sorry.
That's right.
What a pull the string on that changeup. Man.
Well, actually, she's got 5 Ks right now. Just taking a look at things.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like. I was going to guess I had 4, but that doesn't mean anything. I got a lot of holes in mine.
I got this line right here.
Yep.
Something I learned from Kevin DeBoer
Yep.
back in the days. When
Absolutely.
you got a new pitcher, you put a line on the top, line on the side when you got a new batter.
Yep, me too. Learned the same way.
Yeah. For those of you that keep book at home, I know we got some moms and grandmas that do. As a shot goes to right, that one's over the head of Ava Vandezan. And Mangan is on base for the 3rd time tonight as she trots in for a double.
2 singles and a double. Nice job there for Mangan tonight.
Mangan with the
for
double
Grafton.
Right. Brings up the catcher, number 23, Reese Konzel.
Just looking at Mangan here on the season.
Yeah, Mangan reached on an error in that 1st inning, so she reached base 3 times. So,
yeah.
So basically 2 for 3.
Yeah.
Or 2 for 4, but still, I mean, she's been on base 3 out of the 4 times.
Yeah, just trying to take a look at it here. I'm looking at Mangan's.
Mangan got stranded at 3rd in the 1st and then scored in the 3rd.
Batting .259 only.
Yeah, but she did a good job waiting back and driving it to the opposite field using Braun's power of pitching. I mean, that ball kept rising because Vandezan was figuring she took a straight path to it and then realized,
yeah, a little more charge in it than she thought.
Right, and 1 hop the fence out there. As Braun strikes out Konzel, looking for her 6th strikeout of the ball game.
I have Konzel down for 4 strikeouts today.
Just 3. She grounded out to short in the 4th, but that's her 3rd strikeout. So hat trick for her. Not the golden sombrero like you thought.
Right.
Now batting for the Blackhawks, number 27, shortstop Alicia Melichik. Johnson Haas on deck.
Melichik, the leading hitter here for this Grafton team with a .386.
She's reached base twice, hit by pitch in inning 1, and then single in the 3rd, and that's her 2nd base hit. They might fire her. Look at this. Oh! Little high throw. They couldn't have had her. It's not like we haven't seen that before out of Vandezan.
No, she did a great job at charging it and firing it in. But I think Melichik had much better speed coming down that line. She probably saw that somewhere down the place and ran down hard.
Pulls her on deck.
Runners at the corners now here for Grafton with 2 outs. They're on their final out here. The pitcher trying to help her own self out, get an extra inning if possible.
I'm just trying to make sure go down with Grafton's trying to not go down with a fight here.
Right.
They're not giving up. I'll give them that. They definitely, I think Waupun was probably thinking of, getting done in 4 or 5 innings, but none the case.
That's what I was expecting when I was getting stuff set up. I wasn't thinking that I was going to have that much time and that the Lady Warriors were going to be really dominant here. But Grafton came out again in those first 3 innings and was pretty game.
And sure enough, the pitcher helps herself with a shot to center for an RBI single.
Nice job there again by Maddie Johnson-Haas with the RBI single. Runners now at 1st and 2nd.
Number 11, Anna Pulzer, Bergman on
10-3 is the score. 3 hits so far in this inning.
Yeah, so now 3 runs on 7 hits for the Blackhawks. As Holzer swings and misses at the first pitch.
Strike right in there. She's got 2 strikeouts of the game and a single. That's what I had down.
Strikeout swinging in first inning, strikeout looking back in the 6th, and in between a walk and stranded at second in inning number 3. So 0 for 2.
A walk, okay. I saw her on base and took a guess that she got a hit. So we were just talking about that.
Little dribbler, Lame is going to scoop this one up.
And the Lady Warriors are going to get the victory here today. Stick with us. Nice job there for the senior to end things here for that first game here for the Lady Warriors.
There was 2 left.
We will be back
and your final tally
on Thursday, definitely. But stick around with us here as we get ready to
8 left on.
have a conversation with the ladies.
Jeff's
going to run down to the field for me, and we're going to have a
1 hour
interview
and 43 minutes
with some of the Lady Warriors and with Coach Josh Novice. So I'm just going to do a quick test on that. Microphone is working already. So Jeff is going to head down there. We'll step aside while the ladies have their little meeting and he goes to grab them. Thanks again so far for listening and watching. Stay with us. We got the interviews coming up on the post-game show. We'll go with the Home and Auto post-game show from Jerry Middleman Fields. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
A reputation for being the best, the toughest zero-turn mower ever made doesn't come easy. It's earned by a precision cut, a perfectly manicured lawn, a job well done. It's earned by outworking, outperforming, and outdoing with horsepower, handling, and versatility. It's heavy-duty build quality and cutting power that means business. Introducing Bobcat Zero-Turn Mowers. Bring tough to turf. See Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown today, your official Bobcat dealer.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
All right. We're down here with the victorious Warriors who just defeated 7-seeded Grafton 10-3 as they took care of business, and I believe it was inning number 4 with 8 runs. We're going to start things off with the table setters here. Your 1-2 punch at the top of the lineup. Start with the catcher, the nitty-gritty one that gets a little dirty. All right, blocking a few. We also had part of an assist, gunned down a runner at home to end a Grafton threat. But Kaylee Westfall goes 2 for 3 and 3 runs scored. Also, I'd like that little, you had the Oppo Taco double, or was that Plimer over there that had that? Okay, but bottom line, it looks like you were seeing the ball pretty well. Anything to say to the people out there in the audience?
Thank you for watching. Just that even supports us, so just keep cheering us on.
All right. As far as that throw coming in, looks like you're able to take it on a nice hop or anything. Any plays in the past or anything, like any preferences, or were you kind of seeing the girl out of the corner of your eye and you were thinking, dead meat, or what are you thinking?
I can usually judge like whether it's going to be close or it's going to be dead meat, but as long as it's a good throw, I can usually put it down. So.
All right. Once again, Kaylee Westfall, 2 for 3, 3 runs scored. Now let's bring up the next table setter, the double nickel, Kylie Plime, who went 2 for 3, 2 runs scored and a ribby. She's the one that went oppo taco in the first inning, hitting that drive to right center, and I think later on you hit another one to the opposite field. So are you seeing the ball pretty well?
Yeah, just got to get her done, you know.
The thing is throughout the season, you're seeing different varieties of, pitchers and so forth. Did you make any adjustments later on in the game with Johnson Haas here from Grafton?
Yeah, we really got to watch her speed and her changeup and just eye it up and hit it hard.
Okay. All right. Speaking of hitting it hard, let's bring up Addie Braun, who added a little excitement here by the sandwich of the day was a grand salami. And she came in the third inning and struck out 6 to get the win. She went 1 for 2, obviously the grand slam home run and 4 RBIs. So what pitch did you see, and what pitch is it that was the no-doubter?
I didn't really see it. I just kind of swung, if I'm going to be completely honest. I went into the batter's box with a just get a base hit mentality, especially with all the bases and 2 outs. I was like, I just need to, get contact with the ball, and look what happened.
Do you believe that grand slam kind of picked things up? I think girls were kind of, when they tied it up, or when they went ahead 2-1, and then we tied it up 2-2, and it stayed 2-2 for a while. Were things getting a little tense in the dugout, or was the mentality, hey, we can get this?
I feel like it was a little tense, but we definitely had the, we can hit, and obviously we can hit, so.
Well, the thing is Johnson has only had about 3 strikeouts. We were putting the ball in play. There was a couple times where we had some really hard hits, and Alexi Lehman had that line shot to left field that went right at her. So was there what was the strategy coming into the game, ladies? Any 3 of you can provide the audience on what was the strategy against Grafton today, or the scouting report?
Just take some pitches and not just be trigger happy in the box, make sure that we're disciplined. Just to win and just put the ball in play. Not get in over our heads and just play our game.
All right. Well, folks, it's going to be the girls once again Thursday right here at Jeremy Medium Fields, as they'll be taking on, I believe it's the winners of Winneconne and
Port Washington.
Port
Washington.
And what's that?
Port Washington.
Port Washington, which is in the same conference as Grafton. And Winneconne won, so it'll be 3's a charm. So come on out, as it'll be the rubber game between the Winneconne Wolves and the Waupun Warriors. Congratulations, ladies, and thank you for your time.
Coach.
All right, let's have a little chat with Coach John Novice. Things are a little tense and tight, but putting the ball in play, and then eventually you get some run and get it's in half and happen to. Oh,
yeah, they hit the ball today, and they weren't barreling things up early, but they were making contact. Once they got her timed up after that second, third inning, they did well. They, what can you say? Yeah, ball and put it in play.
What was the scouting report here against Johnson Haas?
We didn't have anything. We had one little film from her scouting video from last year for colleges, and we saw 10 pitches. That was it.
Because of the have anything to base it on, so the girls seem to adjust well. Things kind of started turning around, even though Lexi Lehman had that line drive out to left field. Boy, she smoked. It was a lot of add-on. The ball started finding the holes. As the game was progressing, any changes in strategy at all throughout the game?
We wanted to first take pitches so we can learn. Then after that second inning, we said, if you see some, go after. Need to know, and they need to be reminded that no matter where the is, our girls can hit any practice and patients all the time at practice. So, and they settle down. They know it's between her and the pitcher. Take else out, and they just hit the ball really well. And kudos to Coach Kayla. Get them dialed in. She's really done great things for all our girls.
Well, the Winneconne Wolves for their match coming up. Any changes, or are we doing the old saying, you dance with the lady that you came with?
We'll see. We got a whole day to enjoy this one, and we'll talk at practice and see how everyone feels. You know, we have a great pitch. All three can win for us, and our players all have confidence in Aubrey or Addison. No matter what girl goes to the circle.
All right, Coach, congratulations on tournament win number 1. Let's keep it on rolling. Let's keep putting the pats of butter on that roll, okay? All right, regional championship Thursday in the field. Another 5 o'clocker. 5 o'clock. All right.
All right, thanks a lot, Jeff, there for doing the interviews there. I don't know what was happening with the modulation. I could not get things leveled out there with the speaker. So a difference, obviously, between Jeff Taves' voice and with the coach and the girls out there. So thank him for going out there and having a conversation. Let's get the final line here for this game. And as you did hear, Coach already found out that Winneconne was the team that won. So they're going to be ending up playing the Winneconne Wolves here on Thursday. Again, another 5 o'clock start, so we will be here and probably on the air at 4:30 to make sure that we get all of our sponsorship taken care of. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors to make sure that we had the opportunity to bring you this broadcast. For Grafton today, they scored 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and they left 8 on base. So no errors in the field is incredible. Nice job there. For the Waupun Lady Warriors, 10 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors in the field, but only 4 left on. So again, a fantastic job for the Lady Warriors today as they advance and play another game here in the regional here at Waupun on Thursday, as the Lady Warriors will be taking on the Lady Winneconne Wolves once again, seeing each other for the 3rd time. They have split in the regular season. The Lady Warriors winning here at home when they faced the Winneconne Wolves, and then losing at Winneconne 3-2. So it should be a fantastic game for the winner advancing into the regional final game. Thanks again for following us here. This has been Jeff Sauer and Jeff Taves. Thanks again for helping us out here for RP Sports. Take care, God bless, and we can't wait to see you here at the Diamond on Thursday.
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalin puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets. Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right. Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba, throws it down for the 2. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.